Anyways, now obviously I was begging her not to because one, I was going to be somewhere I was not supposed to be. And number two, my parents hated me taking Ubers. They did not like that one bit. Ubers were a no-go. So I literally get out of the first Uber and I get a text message from, I can't remember if it was my mom or my dad or both, saying, get your ass home, you're fucking grounded. Great, amazing. And it had only been literally 30 minutes, 30 fucking minutes. So yeah, my sister fucking snitched on me. And the worst part was, she knew exactly how my mom was with me. She knew that I was going to get in deep trouble for this, but she didn't care, you know? Like I said, she wanted that attention and validation from my parents. So I got an Uber and the Uber driver was a guy. I already knew that was gonna be a fucking problem, of course. She was probably gonna think that I fucked him to get home because yeah, she also thought that I was a whore, but you'll see more of that once we get a little bit further into this story. So before we got to my house, I asked him to drop me off a little bit down the street from my house and I would just walk the rest of the way so that way they couldn't see who dropped me off. And when I'm walking towards my house, I see my dad, my mom, and my mom's best friend all standing outside. And my mom's best friend was our neighbor who I fucking despised. She literally made my blood boil. Like anytime my mom would tell her something was going on with me, she would be like, well, if she was my kid, I would do this, that, or the next. Which is actually funny because now her kid is an asshole. So maybe instead of worrying about raising other people's kid, you should learn how to raise your own. Anyway, so I'm walking up to the house and she's like, give me your fucking phone. You're grounded. So I give her my phone. I have no problem giving her my phone, you know? And she's like, where's the Uber? They're supposed to drop you off at your house. No, they dropped me off wherever I asked them to drop me off. Thank you very fucking much. Stupid. Miss Know-It-All. Anyways, so we're standing there and she's like, what's your phone password? Huh? You're funny as fuck. You are actually like, this is where I started to grow some balls. Because before, I would have given her my phone password out of fear for my life. But now, she didn't scare me that much anymore. She really didn't. Like, in all honesty, we looked like white trash because we were standing outside of our house and she's screaming at me. So, bravo, you're embarrassing yourself. Good job. Anyways, so like I said, she says, give me your password. And I told her, I was like, I don't know it. She's like, what do you mean you don't know your fucking phone password? She said, give me the damn password or you're gonna be grounded even longer than you were gonna be grounded in the first place. And I just stand there and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. So then her little fucking hyena friend joins in and she's like, if that was my kid, I would have beat her ass already. Like, shut up and go in your fucking house. You're annoying. But anyways, yeah, I just stood there and ignored that hoe. And because I didn't give her my phone password, can you guys guess what she did? If somebody would have called the cops that day, it would have been actually fucking hilarious. She grabbed me by my hair and dragged me into the house. Yeah, she literally grabbed a fistful of my hair and dragged me in the fucking house. And I'm like 15 and she's like almost 40. Like, I feel like right now I'm talking about a toddler because I'm pretty sure that we learned in elementary school, keep your hands to yourself. And then, like, you know, she would brag about it and be like, huh, yeah, I gripped her up. Like, yeah, obviously you did because you weigh like 60 fucking pounds more than me and I'm 15 years old and I'm like 110 pounds. So yeah, obviously I'm not gonna be able to stop you from doing that, but I really don't think it's something you should brag about. Maybe go and pick on someone your own size and then you can fucking brag about it. Like, who sits there and brags about beating on their own kids? Nice. So I didn't end up giving her my phone password. I literally refused to. Like, it wasn't gonna happen this time. She could literally, no, it wasn't gonna happen. So after that, my best friend let me borrow his phone. So I was super thankful for that. Oh, and my sister, I ended up not talking to her for like 2 weeks straight. Like, I remember she literally started crying because I fucking ignored her. But no, I'm sorry, but for you to know how things are for me whenever I get in trouble and then you still go and you get me in trouble, no. But every day after that, my mom would like be like, you know, if you just give me your phone password, you can have your phone back. Like, no, you fucking weirdo, stop being obsessed with me and my whole life. Like, go get some friends, please. Go get a hobby. Anyway, so like I said earlier, I would go to the gym every day after school, right? Well, I had met this boy that I really liked at the gym, and the gym was like an escape for me. okay? It was somewhere where I could go, and it wasn't like I hated being at home, but I hated being around my mom. Like the one day before that whole situation that just happened, she texted me telling me to come straight home from the gym, and I ignored her text message because I literally didn't give a fuck. And when I got home that day, she had like guilt tripped me. She was like, you don't care about this family, you're selfish, blah 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 blah, even though I know she was just telling me to come home because she either wanted me to clean or she wanted me to watch my sisters. No, but once again, she ran to my dad to tell him that I was being bad, so I also got in trouble with him too. And I'm gonna put this out there right now, okay? Right now. If I ever give you guys any piece of advice, this is one that I want you guys to listen to, okay? Any of you who are teenagers, not even just teenagers, below the age of 18, okay? For those of you who are not adults yet, the best advice that I could give you is that this is the time in your life where it is okay to be selfish. Meaning, put yourself first. Don't grow up too fast. Even if you feel like you have to, or to please your parents, don't. Because once you hit 18, you're gonna regret the fact that your teenage years were ripped away from you, and you are going to resent whoever played a part in it. Because now you have to be an adult, and you don't get to be selfish anymore. So if anybody tells you that it's not okay for you to be selfish, you know, like it's fucked up if you're selfish at your age, it's not. And anybody who tells you any different, tell them to fuck off. Literally. Anyways, back into the story. So fast forward to the next day. Like I said, my best friend gave me his phone, and then I had planned to meet this kid that I really liked at the gym. So after school that day, I went straight to the gym, and yeah, my mom said that I was grounded, but she didn't say that I couldn't go to the gym. So it is what it is. So anyways, I'm at the gym, and I am in the bathroom waiting for him to get there because they were like cleaning the tables and you couldn't sit anywhere. And then he texted me saying, hey, I'm gonna be there in a few minutes. So I walk out to the front desk, and who do I see standing there? My mom. Yup. Oh yeah, surprise, surprise, kids. She walks up to me and she's like, grab your shit, we're leaving. I told you you were fucking grounded. And of course, she has her best friend there too. And her best friend actually drove her. Why? Because this was like entertainment for her. And I'm super embarrassed because a bunch of my friends were standing there while I'm getting yelled at. You know, instead of just walking into the gym, coming over to me saying, grab your stuff, we're leaving, I told you you were grounded, she just had to make a scene so that way all eyes were on us. I'm surprised I was even allowed back to that gym. And as we're leaving, the guy that I was supposed to meet at the gym, we pass him as he's walking up the hill. And I don't know if like my mom stalks the shit out of me, but she's like looking at him and she's like, were you supposed to meet him here? And her friend starts slowing down the truck. Literally, like they were gonna go and talk to him. You guys are literally damn near 40. Now might be a good time to start acting your fucking age.
This bitch is too fucking old to be acting like this. She almost 40, acting like a little bitch.
So I get home that day, I asked my dad if I can have my phone back, and he says yes, but I have to put it away before my mom gets home. So I grab my phone and I'm going through it, deleting anything that could be incriminating to me, you know, because I was treated like a fucking inmate in a prison. So after that, I put it back where it was, and I went to talk to her after she came home from work. So it was about like 7 in the morning, and I go over to her and I'm like, I'm ready to give you my password now. I realized I was being super disrespectful the other day, and I'm really sorry. No, I wasn't. I was not at all. But anyway, so she put the password in and she's like, I'm glad you realize that now. Do you see that I'm only just trying to care for you? Literally her fucking words. Like I can't. Anyways, so she goes on the phone and I almost got caught because since I had my friend's other phone, I had posted something on my Finsta literally like the night before, and she went on there and she was like, why does it say 1 day ago? And I was like, oh, because like one of my friends was running my thing, da 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 da, and she's like not buying it, but my dad was like, give her phone, we gotta get to fucking school. Saved by the bell. So fast forward, at this point shit's getting 10 times worse, okay? My mom is coming home every morning to argue with me for no fucking reason. So at this point I just start creating mayhem in the house. Honestly, like I was a cunt to everybody. Even if you didn't do anything to me and you lived in that house, be ready to get your fucking feelings hurt, because I was done dealing with everybody's fucking bullshit.